Hi there, my name is Blake, and just setting up this channel here to document my fish room and see the progress, more so for myself, but if we get any viewers, I mean, I'll be pretty happy to bring you along. So um, this is probably the third or fourth main iteration of a fish room that I've had. Relatively new, just in sort of the first year of fish keeping, as you'll probably notice, because the mix of things that I keep are really sort of trying out a lot of different things. You know, whether you'll see in just a second anyway, but as you can see, I've sort of dipped my toe in a lot of water and just seeing where this hobby takes me. Really into the breeding side of things at the moment, and also keeping plants. So at this stage, that's probably the direction that it will go in. But you know, feel free to come along for the ride and see what does eventuate. So this behind me is my Oscar. He's about 8 months old, and he's got a little tank mate in there which rarely comes out apart from obviously at night time, which is a black ghost knife. Now I know that some people might be worried about it, but I know they get along really well because the purely fact that the ghost knife has his tail, so that's pretty much the first thing that comes off. But look, he's got a lot of hiding space down there, and I don't ever see the Oscar even try and get him under there. So if he ever did, I'd put some more protection in there or find a new home for him. Not a problem at this stage. You'll notice also there's a few empty tanks behind me, a few other ones. That's because I'm in the process of setting up a bit of a wall. So I'll cover that. It'll be close to the end. So next tank over here is a 3 foot. That's the typical live bearer sort of tank. We got some guppies and platies, some cories, and a couple of bristlenose. The cories, they've done really well for me. I'm really happy with those guys. So much so that we'll skip a few tanks, but I don't know if any of them are going to pick up, but maybe if you can see down here or over there, they've got about, I reckon there's about 80 babies in there, so really excited for that. I'll keep a bunch of them and I'll trade a bunch of them. I've been talking to a few local fish stores, and they've said that if I was interested, what I could do is trade in a few of those and maybe get a different species of cory and then try breeding those out and see how we go there. So that sounds pretty interesting. Next to the live bearer tank is my angelfish tank. Used to have all the bristlenose in there, and there's 6 angelfish, 3 of the platinums and 3 of the I guess they're probably, well, I don't know what they're called, but just the darker ones. There's 5 rummy nose tetras and 5 black neon tetras. There's a large Synodontus catfish. He's at the back there, but he's not really, like, he rarely comes out. So I just pulled out the bristlenose there because I noticed that the angelfish started laying eggs a few times, so I'm going to try and hopefully breed them and just kind of exploring my options there. I'll probably have to put them in a different tank just so I can make sure the eggs aren't going to get eaten, but that's a work in progress. That's probably the very next breeding project that I'm going to be doing. The next tank is my saltwater tank. Its inhabitants are a pair of clownfish, 1 of each colour, a bang-eye cardinal, a coral beauty angelfish, a blue damsel, and a hermit crab. Oh yeah, you can see him front and centre there. We've got a purple tip elegance coral, 2 bubble corals, a hammer coral, which I should move that Kato, and another hammer there that looks to be struggling. Just trying to get the flow right in this tank, because no matter where I sort of direct it, it bothers one of the corals, so it's a work in progress. Underneath that is where the baby cories were. This tank here, it's in a bit of a disarray at the moment because I just moved it yesterday. But there's just some cherry shrimp in there, and I kind of use it to grow plants out. See, that used to be in this gap over here, and there used to be 2 60-litre tanks in this spot, but I'm clearing out this wall here because I'm going to put a 6-foot 3-tier rack here, and I'll probably put a bunch of these. There's another 3-foot tank there just sitting, waiting for that rack to go in. And then over this side, we've got the electric yellows, really skittish, so I'm thinking about putting some kind of dither fish or something in there, but we'll get around to that. So yeah, basically, if you can see the wall of junk, but that's the fish room there, pretty much. And the reason that there's a lot of junk and whatnot is because basically we only just moved into this place not too long ago, so it was a house that was fully established, so we had to move all the furniture out here so that we could move our furniture in. Can't get rid of it because it'll be needed one day when we eventually leave, so just got to work through and tidy it up as I go. But for me, priority at the moment is getting this room up and running, getting it as convenient as possible for water changes and stuff like that, and so I think once the rack's in and it's all sort of a big wall, I think it'll be good. I only just recently put these couches here, which makes for pretty good viewing, which is always nice to be comfortable, but I don't know what we'll do there. I can't really, well, you can see the jet ski behind me, so I can't really do too much about that, but anyway, I'll figure it out. And yeah, welcome to the channel. I'll probably call it I'll probably title most of the videos, well, you probably know because you clicked on it, but I'll be titling them Blake's Fish Room Diary 1, 2, 3, etc, etc. So should be relatively easy for you to find if you're coming part way through or whatever. But yeah, if you have anything in particular you'd like to see or any tips or anything like that, let me know and I'll be happy to have a chat. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for coming along. Bye.